Well, hello guys, welcome back. So we are happy. We are in the club and the club is working again. So yay, the good club, not the nasty club. We actually got rid of the nasty club. We've been thinking about it, and thinking about it, and thinking about it, and something that we know. Well, there had been a problem with the good club with all the ladies. It was starting to get serious performance issues, and I thought, well, I got 30 hours out of it. My computer's old, blah blah blah. You're gonna hear more about this tomorrow, actually. And it turns out that there was an Oculus issue, and I fixed it, and I went back in the club, and at first it seemed to make things worse, and I thought, well, and then I went back in the club, and it was beautiful. Those are the prettiest of women's, and they enhance some of the physics. I'm trying to be a gentle lady here, so it was amazing. And you can make it rain money. You have a gun that shoots dollar bills, so you can actually make it rain money while they're dancing on stage or beside you or halfway across the club. It's fun, and you have money, and you can get them drinks, and you can have bottles of alcohol. You can smoke if you want. There's everything you can do now. And we'll hear more about it tomorrow. There is a DLC, and it's funny. We were thinking about that, and I was in the club with Uncle Pazuzu. Loki's there too, but Uncle Pazuzu. And he says, well, what are you thinking about working with Mammon? Because somebody has brought him up a couple of times. And I said, well, if I would get some good fortune, something roll my way, I said I would consider it. And I would say, welcome aboard, but he's got to understand I'm really laid back. So unless Mammon will keep doing stuff to get my attention, I said, I'm not going to be doing it disrespectfully. I will zone out. And I don't know if he would count it or not, but I went and I checked my email, and yesterday somebody was generous enough to put something in the tip jar. So thank you for that. I said, okay, I'm willing to, hear him out if this was like a gift from him or. And I asked around. I said, Loki, Odin, Uncle Pazuzu, and they're all like, I don't, in my experience, they really don't care who gets thanked for what. I mean, obviously, if something arrives with a bow and a gift card, then yeah, they would like thank, but if in general it doesn't seem they care who gets thanked, just so that you're happy and you're treating everyone well, and Uncle Pazuzu gets kind of giddy. The more demon gods we add, the happier he is. He's like, okay, we've got me, and we've got Auntie Lilith. Mama would be nice for you, and we're going to track down. I think it was Behemoth, because we were talking back and forth about who was like shown as like the elephant. I think it was Behemoth. I always got the warm fuzzies for Behemoth. I have like the worst track record as a Catholic. When your favorite beings in the religion are the bad guys, you have the worst track record. But you gotta know, all due respect to Roman Catholics watching, usually angels and saints are shown as no nonsense people with a stick up their six, and demons are the fun ones. Who are you gonna hang out with, man? It's not even an issue. No nonsense saint who doesn't approve of gambling, even though you can do bingo in Catholicism. Go to casinos. It's weird, but in the old days, you weren't supposed to gamble or do all this other stuff. But if you look into church history, you'll see they did things like run houses of prostitution. They did. They ran houses of prostitution. And then you could buy absolution after you visited the prostitute. There's a religion for you. So yeah, it's like they want you to come party in the desert. The demon gods, they're fine. Crash course. If you read various articles, they'll tell you even if they had a concept of good or evil in a certain religion, even the evil deities, spirits, entities, whatever you're happy saying, they were seen as still being capable of good. Usually, most beings in ancient religions can be both. They can be good and they can destroy things too. You can have, a being that's known to be good, but they can be very destructive in that goodness. So you have to, kind of think about that when you work with certain ones. So it was fun, and we had fun in the club, and we were making it right. It was amazing. You hold the trigger down. It looks like a price scanner. It doesn't look like a gun. And you hold it down, and there's just money going up. And I swear that the girls react a little bit to the money, even though they say it's just a video. The girls react, and now it makes sense why they've always done these weird motions towards the floor. They're grabbing your money. They had this in mind for a while. They are picking up the money you so thoughtfully shot at them. I mean, there's an achievement for shooting $500,000 at one of the dancers, so they're like, yeah, go crazy. I don't know if I unlocked any achievements. Probably not. It shoots $1 at a time, so even if you hold down the trigger for a while, it's only like 25, $50 or a couple hundred or something. But they appreciate it, and they have up the motorboat thing. In fact, the achievements show you the kind of club this is, and you will get thrown out of a real club for it. But these girls like you to be hands-on. I'm like, okay, that's not how strip clubs work. But okay. Look, he's like, I love this place. Let's live there. It's awesome, and they have, was it 12 or 15 girls now, and you can get the pack of 3. And yeah, there are issues with it. Sometimes like a hand can like clip through a body part, or sometimes their hair clips through them a little bit. But damn, with these good-looking girls, you'll forgive them anything. And they'll dance in your lap, and they just love you, and they cuddle up to you, and they kind of react certain ways. So it's fun. It's fun. It's kind of like, it's like we've said before, guys. It's an ego boost. These aren't women, sitting there crying on stage. They're having the time of their life, and the more money and alcohol you throw around the club, the more happier other people are. Look, he's like, tell them, tell them. There was one point I had out the money gun, and we're just making it rain for the girl on stage. And then I'm like in a really good mood because I've already played this game 30 hours, so they've all danced repeatedly. And so I just start spraying money all around the club, and the NPC dude next to me is like, you can do that? You can do that? And it was a signal from someone, because the NPC dude was wearing a bright red shirt. I mean, bright red, and the dancer was wearing all red. So I'm like, is this Loki? Pazuzu? I looked at him, I go, Mammon's color isn't red, is it? And he's like, I don't think so. I'm like, the only one I would associate with red would be like Lucifer, Satan. I gotta think about this. I'm like, okay. So we were having fun. We had fun. We went to the club. So the club is back. We got our girls back. I'm so happy. It's a fun place to go, and you can sit there and smoke and drink. And in the real world, we'll have like our drinks set aside, and you sit there and have like a couple cups of coffee, and which is hard to do in VR if you don't have a straw, by the way. So if you're gonna try to do it in VR, make sure you have like a straw or something. Sit there, have some nibbles. Hey, the girls don't really care. Just, they're there to dance and have fun, and they never get tired. And you stay in the club as long as you like, and you can spend more money than most people have in their entire existence. It's a fun fantasy. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Loki's really giddy. He likes the club. That's his favorite place in the world. And he goes, well, what if this had fixed the issue on the, that farm game we showed you? He goes, wouldn't you like to go back and get that? He's teasing me. I said, Loki, if we were going to spend the money, because we had said if they fix the issue, and he hasn't issued an update or anything yet. I said, we would go ahead and we would buy it again. I said, but for the same price, you could see 3 more ladies dance in the club. What do you want? What does you think he wants? And the club is, ladies from all around the world. And they up the assortment of ladies and countries they are from with the new release. And he's like, oh. And I actually like it from a nerdy point of view too, because it's very hard in VR to do human skin color. I don't care what color it is, and make it look realistic and not make it look like it's like overwashed or it's chalky or something. So they actually did a great job. The hair hair tones now when they're on stage, they look a little too bright. But I know clubs are going towards that thing where everybody's hair looks like it's phosphorescent or something, and right now that's what their hair can look like on stage. Private rooms are fine, table dance is fine, but like on stage, their hair it glows, it glows. So other than that, though, it's a great club. Yeah, it has like I said, it has some clipping issues and that, but you really don't care when they're dancing for you. You really don't. So, inappropriate story time, but I want to thank you guys for your support again. It really helps when you guys put something in the tip jar, and it really helps, the people that support on Patreon. And it really helps when you do view time. Eventually, we're going to get up to enough subscribers, maybe 20 years from now, and enough view time that they'll hopefully monetize us. But we'll have that discussion, guys. I would ideally rather do Patreon and keep it ad free for you guys because I'm going to make more on Patreon anyways than I would make from ads. Even if I had like ads from the very beginning, I would only be making like a couple cents a month with the view counts I get. So, I would ideally like to keep it, ad free for you guys. So that's something we'll have to talk about if we ever reach the stage where we could be monetized. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.